Hello, Caitlin. How are you? I just hopped on just right now, right this very moment. And we got Charlie. Charlie cuddling up at my feet as usual. What are you guys up to? How was your Halloween? I took the dogs for a walk last night, which I think was the night after Halloween, because I think Halloween's October 30th, I guess. I stayed home, obviously. Uh, you know, Usually a friend of mine, she would have had one of her parties, but obviously this year that wasn't happening. I did message her and say, what did I say? Thinking about our Halloween parties. How did I start that? I said, remember Halloween parties, because I like doing that. I like just triggering people's memories like that. And she said, I missed them. We had some good ones. And I said, we did. We'll always have the memories. I appreciate you for that. We did a Halloween party one year. So this is a stripper friend of mine. And, she would have some pretty big parties. And one of the parties, everybody, all the girls dressed up as Playboy bunnies and all the boys dressed up as Hugh Hefners. So it was a Bunny and Hugh Hefner party. It was really fun. It was super fun. Hello. Hello, Riz. How's everybody doing? What did you guys do for Halloween? Thank you. Thank you. I like this top. I mean, it's not the fanciest, but I don't know, it just gives me like vibes. Hello, just Shannon. How to recognize narcissistic tendencies. There are people who never take responsibility for anything. My boyfriend needs space to see if he wants to be serious with me. How long should I wait? You don't. You don't. You don't wait at all. You say, okay. Obviously I want you to be happy. I would never hold you back from anything you want. Understand that, when we are not together, we are single, right? So understand that. And we are free to do what we want. And then you get to work. Hello, you're so empowering. Love your videos. Thank you. Then you get to work getting over him because you don't stay in limbo for anybody. You also don't give him the permission to say to you, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. Like, he cannot say to you, I'm taking a break from us to think about us, but I don't want you to be with anybody else or see anybody else or go out with anybody else. Make sure that that's clear. He doesn't have the right to say that. Say, I understand, and absolutely, you can have all the space you want. Understand that when we're not together, we are single, and just know that you don't have the right to say to me, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. Why would I even let him? I feel like I should. Guys, you can't fracture your questions because you lose me like that. Long Island, hello. My ex was super abusive and walked out 2 months ago. Now he's trying to come back? Nope. No. Say don't text me. Don't contact me. If you do, I will block you. If you insist, I will take even in more advanced measures. But this is over. You are no longer in my life, and I do not give you permission to come back in my life. You do not take back somebody who abused you. You don't do that. What do you think about long distance relationships? They can work if you try. My partner is very controlling. I don't know how to break this after allowing for so long. Necessity is the mother of invention. Google, right? Google your local resources. Google your local resources. Is there a friend? Is there a family member you can go to? You go. You say to yourself, I deserve better. I want better. And I am leaving this. I'm leaving this behind so that I can create something better for myself. I used to have a job crushing pot cans, had to quit. Am I wrong for not wanting to help his business and have one of my own? No, that's not wrong at all. It's not. You know, like it's great to be supportive of each other, right? I mean, is that something he's insisting on? Like, no, you can't do your thing, you have to help me with mine. Is you helping him with his building something together? Does it help both of you? Does it help you? Does it benefit you? Is he wanting, you know, you to do this with him so that the two of you have a better life? My boyfriend has anxiety, going through a lot, just sucks. I am the first thing to be cut off. That's okay. That's okay. So you're the first thing to be cut off. So here's what I suggest. I suggest that you make it a permanent cut off, right? Don't do this yo-yo with him. If that's what he wants to do, say, you know, listen, if this is what you want to do, that's okay. I'm not going to hold you back. I'm not going to try and force you to stay with me. I'm going to give you all the freedom you want. Here, go. Let me just take this to where it should be. We should not be together because obviously you're going through too much to sustain a relationship, and I need to be with somebody who is consistent and who can manage their mental health. I will listen to your advice. Good, my love. How important is no contact after a breakup? It is the best way to heal. If your phone going off creates a spike in anxiety, creates, you know, like you just hear the notification and the thought that it might be him creates a spike in anxiety, that is your sign to cut it off, to say, don't text me, don't call me. If you do, I will need to block you. I was sick for Halloween, kept my lying, cheating husband home. He's punished for life. Hello, Josh. Halloween side, my friend lost her battle with ALS. Oh no. Scrolling TikToks for funny videos. Yes, my love. You're welcome, my love. Salty crown girl. On a break, he invited me to hang out, but I caught him texting another girl, but he wants me to be loyal. Dumb. So you're on a break. You are broken up. A break is a break up, right? A break is a split up. Either you are in a relationship with me or we are not in a relationship together, but there is no limbo, right? A break is, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. That's limbo. Nobody has the right to put you in limbo. Do not put yourself in limbo, because do you know where you are when you're in limbo? You're nowhere. You're nowhere. You're not moving forward. You're not creating your life. You're not finding somebody who will be a good fit for you. You're not finding the person who will be devoted to you and stay with you through thick and thin. Do not be in limbo. You are broken up. Leave it that way. Move forward. Grab no more assholes. Know the difference between a selfish short-term thinker and a generous long-term thinker, and move in that direction. Is it wrong that my boyfriend has female friends on Snapchat? Not if they're not flirting. If they're platonic, friends are friends. Friends are fine. I have male friends. I hug them, you know, and like, I mean, I'll hold my male friends. I have one male friend. He's like a great big teddy bear. He's like over 6 feet tall, and he's just, he's squishable like a teddy bear. And his love language is physical affection. So is mine, right? So when we hug, we like, we get right in there. He's married, I'm married. We love each other, you know, like we show up for each other. We are very good friends to each other. You know, but like, I'm intimately in love with my husband. He's intimately in love with his wife. We don't flirt with each other. So, you know, if there's no flirting, if it's platonic, it's fine. Is anxiety a disability? Anxiety is inflammation in the brain, which can be reduced with oxygen. So no, it's not a disability. Are those books available? Yeah, all on Amazon. Oh, I love to show off my babies, you guys. I really do, because these are my books. You can get them on Amazon. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, Kobo, Chapters, all that good stuff. I was dating this guy for 3 weeks. We had almost everything in common, so I got scared and walked away. My love, use the no kissing for 3 months dating rule. Make your intentions match make your behaviors match your intentions. Ex lost interest because I was too jealous. He made me feel insecure. My boyfriend makes the same bad decisions even though I tell him he doesn't need to do that. Should I stay? The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So the important is, do I want to stay for this? More of this? Do I want more of this? If you don't want more of this, then you don't stay. So somebody said, how do I get my ex back? So this is how I got my ex back and married him. I got over him. I defined my next relationship. When he saw me slipping away, he went, ugh, because he still loved me. By the way, if you get over a guy and he doesn't go, oh, it means he doesn't still love you, which means good, you're getting over him, right? So you need to get over him one way or another. So start the process now, today. So start getting over him. If he still loves you, he's going to want to pull you back in. But what you should be doing in the process of getting over him is defining your next relationship. What you need to say to him when he wants to pull you back in is, the man you are is no longer the man I want to be with. I've defined my next relationship and it is a level up from what I left behind. If you want to be the man by my side, this is what I'm looking for. If he doesn't want to level up, don't take him back. Why go back to the same shit, break up over the same shit, and go through the same shit all over again? How important should social media be in a relationship? It's a huge issue. If he doesn't post, is it an issue if he doesn't post often? No. Oh, look at this. We got a dumbass. Goodbye. I said goodbye. How do we know when he's flirting? Don't you know when you're flirting? Yes, my books are on Amazon. I'm so glad I found you. Leaving a toxic marriage and I feel like I'm going through withdrawals. I get that. I would get a copy of Comeback Queen because it helps a lot of women get over and through their breakup. There's a lot of whys going through your head. I don't want you to lose sight of reality. I do want you to be able to keep tapping into those whys and keep grounding yourself. The feedback I get this on all my books, is that the women who read this read it over and over and over again and gain more healing every time they read it. How do you move on from someone who is still in contact with my family? It's really affecting me. Yeah. Just ignore it. Like, ignore it, right? Ignore it the best you can, my love. You cannot control other people. So if your family is still entertaining them, you can say, I really wish you wouldn't, because it just creates further discomfort for me. But that's where you leave it, right? You have to let them make their own decisions. And just, you know, if you see it because they're commenting on Facebook, then block them on Facebook. Make it so that you don't poke yourself in the eye. You're welcome, my love. Thank you for the gifts, you guys. Just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm so heartbroken realizing my boyfriend didn't love me the same. You will find someone amazing. You will. Just follow my lead. Really, seriously, meditate, fine-tune your antenna, clarify what it is that you need so that signal gets sent. Have faith in yourself. Trust in the process. Be consistent with your behaviors. Use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. This is the ingredients poured into a pot to make this delicious meal that you will eat every single day. And it's going to be so good. You guys, I love my man. I love my man. And he loves me so much. When I ask for him, he shows up. If I need his support, if I need his hugs, if I need his bonde, he shows up. He shows up. He's so conscientious. He's so loving. Love is a verb for him. It's acts of service. He's such a good man, and you can absolutely have this. We went to a hardware store today, and he bumped into a client of his with his wife, and his client goes, "What are you doing today?" And my husband's like, "Oh, working." And the client's like, "Oh, always working." And I go, "It's because I got myself a good man," right? This like, you want this. You want a man who's too busy to be on social media, who's too busy to be looking for other girls, who's so devoted to you that it just doesn't matter who else is out there, because he loves you. And if you dive in to fix that shit and are the right partner, he's happy, and he's looking at all these other relationships, all these other girls, going, you don't compare, right? And that's what you want. You want to be in a relationship with somebody who looks at you and then looks at everybody else and goes, you don't compare. Can you speak on keeping expectations low while keeping standards high? How do I do that? So how do you distinguish, right? How do you distinguish between expectations and standards? So expectations are a story you created inside your head. My partner said, I'll be home later after I go out for a drink with the boys. And you do some mental math and somehow come up with a time when he's going to be home. And when he doesn't come home at that time, you get upset. And then he comes in the door and you're mad. And you say, hey, you should have been home at this time. And he says, I didn't tell you what time I was going to be home at. Why are you mad at me? So that's an expectation, right? Now, a standard is, I don't want to be with somebody who seeks the attention of other women. If you find out while he's out having a drink with his friends that he's hitting up other girls and getting their numbers, he has crossed your standards. So there's a difference there. So before you get in a relationship, by the way, this is why it's important to really define your next relationship, because you should have your standards clarified before getting into a relationship. And then use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. Now that you know what your standards are, you know what to look for. Now you look for somebody who really abides by those standards, not because you ask them to, but because that's who they are. My man, what I found out about him before we kissed, before we got in a relationship, was he lost his V card when he was 20 because he was waiting for the one. I am the third woman he's ever been with because intimacy is important to him. Like, sex is not as important as intimacy. He's thoughtful, he's generous. There's a lot of things that I found out about him just by finding out who he was before we kissed. So really define what it is you want to be with. Grab no more assholes. I guide you through this. I help you so clearly understand how to get into the proper relationship, how to watch for people who would step over your boundaries if they got in a relationship with you. If you do a no kissing for 3 months dating rule and you're observing this person on Instagram and you see the follows and the likes and all this stuff, you're like, you know what? That's not the one I want to get with, because he kind of seems to be seeking the attention of other girls. He's very active on social media, seeking the attention of other girls. This one, no, because I don't want to get in a relationship with him and then say, you need to stop liking other girls' pictures. You need to stop commenting on other girls' pictures. I don't want to police somebody. I don't want to parent somebody. I don't want to tell somebody how to be the right partner for myself. I'm going to observe their behavior and choose the one who's not on social media. Choose the one who works over 40 hours a week, because he's like, I got my youth, I got my strength, I got my energy. I'm going to work so that when I'm 50, 60 years old, I can slow down and I got money in the bank, right? Forward thinking. I'm going to choose the one that when we go out together, more like he's going to be like, no, baby, I got it. And even when I say, baby, you want to get this, he's going to say, no, baby, I got it, like 80% of the time. The one who's generous, the one who feels like a man when he's a provider. That's the one I want. I want the one that touches me the way I like to be touched before we even get in bed. The one who takes my hand just because, right? The one who puts his arm around me just because. That's the one I want. The one who loves the affection that I give him. That's the one I want. The one I can have conversations about almost anything with, right? That's the one I want. The one who listens to what I say and then finds ways to apply it. That's the one I want. How to fix trust after it was broken. Refuses to communicate after fight. Makes me act crazy. Don't be with that one. Don't be with the one who makes you feel crazy. Do not be with the one who makes you feel crazy. I'm not a priority. Requested a boyfriend to not meet friends because of COVID-19. He still went, saying he'll be careful. You know what? If your values are misaligned, don't be with that person. You know, if you're in the US and it is rampant and you're saying, hey, like, I want to be able to see you, but I need to stay safe. And if you spend time with people who are spending time with people who are spending time with people who are spending time with people, that doesn't keep me safe. And he's like, oh, it's okay. He's not going to be careful. He's not going to wear a mask when he's with his friends. He's not going to, his friend's going to pass him a drink and he's going to take a drink and he's not going to not rub his eye. Like, we know that. We know that. So if your values are misaligned, this is not the one for you. This is not the one for you, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There's so many more out there. We don't need to hold on to somebody who's abusive. We don't need to hold on to somebody who's controlling. I literally wrote all that stuff down. Reading Fix That Shit. We'll get no more assholes too. Yes, my love. We don't need to hold on to somebody who chooses to spend more time with friends than with us and not balance. We don't need that. We don't need to be with somebody who calls us names, who, some girl was like, I'm with somebody who mocks me when I try and talk to him. No. Sorry. It's just like, oh, that's how you want to treat me? Okay, I get it. Listen, and you know what else I get? The longer I stay, the longer I'm going to let you do that. So I guess I won't stay. We don't listen. When we stop giving guys who don't treat us well access to us, and they see the guys who treat us well get access to us, do you know what they learn? If I want that, I have to behave like that. So let's teach guys, selfish short-term thinkers, that they don't get us until they become men, generous long-term thinkers. My boyfriend needs his mom's opinion over mine. He said when we have more money, it will change. I don't know how old he is. But if he's an adult, if he's over 18, I don't know. I'd have to unpack that one. I would really have to unpack that one. I'd have to ask so many questions to figure that out. Mocking is the worst. Indeed, single mama finding it hard to date. I'm going to make it even harder for you, single mama. When you meet somebody you like, you ask for a background check. And if he has a problem with that, you don't keep seeing him. So somebody who's got something to hide, somebody who doesn't care about what you care about, somebody who cares more about themselves and their convenience, when you ask them for a background check, they're going to be like, what? Why would you want that? That's crazy. Now, I asked my husband, and my husband is the template. My husband is the example of what you need to be with. He's generous, he's kind, he's thoughtful, he's hardworking. The man works 80 to 100 hours a week because he supports his people. and he wants to ensure he has a comfortable retirement and doesn't have to worry about money in his retirement. I asked him, I said, baby, what would you say if, when you were dating, and this is when he was working 80 hours a week and co-parenting, what would you say if when you were dating, you met somebody and she had kids and she said, hey, by the way, I'd just like to be safe when it comes to the people around my kids, and I'd really appreciate if you got a background check for me. And he'd go, yeah, no problem. That is the appropriate response. Somebody goes, yeah, no problem. Is somebody who cares about you, somebody who cares about what you feel is important to you, and they're showing it with their actions, with their behaviors. What if you have financially helped a man so much, but he never supported to help you in school, etc.? And what? Is he never going to? Is he never going to be a hard worker? Is he never going to be financially responsible? I know sometimes we get in a relationship and we take turns being the financial person. So, I will make the income while you go to med school, and then once you're done med school and you're making that money, then you will make the income while I take my turn, kind of thing. If that's not the arrangement you have, if this is somebody who's a taker, not a contributor, cut your losses before you pay even more into this, before even more gets taken from you. Ugh. Me and my ex can't stay away from each other. Why? Because you seek what's familiar even if it's wrong for you. I'm in a toxic relationship. I don't know how to get out. We also have a 2-month-old baby. Do not submit your child to abuse. Do not submit your child to witnessing abuse. This I can't get out. That's a dialogue you're telling yourself. That's not true. That's not true. There have been mothers of 5 children, no job, no resources, no family, who have gotten out. You can get out. You can get out. You are telling yourself you can't because you are lying to yourself, because you want to stay, because you created a story inside your head that things can get better. You need to stop with the story. You need to tell yourself once and for all, this is done. And you need to find the way, whatever that way is. If you have to go to a shelter, you go to a shelter. You go to a family member's house. You go to a friend's house. You get some work. You get some help. You use the system. There is a system that is designed to help you. You use it. What if you have, yeah. He's currently deployed, doesn't want to be together while away, but wants it to work when he comes back. Ah, that's too funny. I wanna save the China. I wanna save the China. I wanna preserve the China. Can we put the China on hold, please? Can you save the China for me? The answer is no. You don't get to put me on hold. You don't put me in limbo. My boyfriend wants to break up because my parents don't let me sleep over. What should I do? Oh, so he's sad because it's more about sex than it is about who you are and wanting to be with you and about your character and personality. So say, yeah, absolutely, we'll break up. No problem. No problem. I'll do better. It's okay. It's okay. Isn't it hard to be with someone that already found the person they wanted to have a family with? No. No, because when it's over, it's over. Right? So my husband, was married, had 2 children. They got a divorce. He was done. He was done. My boyfriend describes me as an anchor, and I do as much as I can to help out and give. My boyfriend wants to break up because, oh yes. Should I be worried that my boyfriend wants to pay for things? It's always a little issue we have. It should not be an issue. That is not a worry. You let him. I let. And honestly, the key word here is let, right? I have my own money. I've always had my own money. I've always had the means to look after myself. I let my husband pay for things. I let him take care of me because I love him. And this is what he wants to do. This is how he wants to love me. And so I let him love me the way he wants to love me. In this household, I maintain the home. My husband works 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week, and he pays all the bills in the house. Like, this house came with the property. But instead of renting out the house, I'm going to tell you guys a story. This property that we're on, my husband bought because he was expanding his business. So from a smaller shop that he rented to a property that has a larger shop that he now owns. On this property is a home. He put every single last penny, including $20,000 that I lent him, to make this happen. He asked me, because the office is large and it has a room that could be used as a bedroom. There's no stove, there's no shower, but he would have done something. There's room to convert things in there. He said, "Are you okay if we stay in the office?" I said, "Absolutely. Whatever you need, I'm there for you. I'm backing you up." Because he would have rented the home. He did some more number crunching and felt like he could get by without renting the home. So I live in the home. The only reason why we are living in the home is because I am with him. For me, we live in the home. So this is something he does for me. This is my man. This is the man I have. I let him do this because for him, this is love. It's okay if your man wants to pay things for you. In fact, you want to look for a man who seeks to be a provider, because this is what I call a good caveman. 200,000-300,000 years ago, when we were cavemen and cavewomen, we, the females, were smart enough to make babies with the providers, because the providers were hardworking. They had a work ethic. They weren't the ones on Instagram spending their time looking for other girls to look at. Do you know what I'm saying? Spending their time looking for other girls to chat with. We were smart enough to choose, to select the one who was going and getting the big game, who took pride in what they accomplished. So choose the kind of man who takes pride in what they accomplish and what that allows them to do, which is provide. And you are choosing a primal man. And that's good, because primal is a better survival skill than on Instagram all day looking for girls to look at, than on Call of Duty all day playing video games. Find yourself a hardworking man and you will be much happier. Need validation for other men to feel enough? From other men. Interesting question here. Need validation from other men to feel enough. How do I practice self-love and feel enough alone? Here's what I want you to understand. You have been designed by Mother Nature to seek to pair up, right? You're designed by Mother Nature to want to be in a tribe, right? Surrounded by people, to want to be accepted, because again, 200-300 years ago, we were cavemen and cavewomen. That's early Homo sapien. What we are today is Homo sapien. All of this has evolved much faster than our brains have. I want you to keep this in mind. So we are still designed in some ways like we were when we needed to survive in a jungle. So that is a desire to pair up and a desire to be part of a community. So a desire to pair up is a desire to be seen as a viable mate by someone else. A desire to be in a community is a desire to be accepted by others. Why these two things? Because it is what made us survive. That mate that we selected helped us bring in more food. That tribe that we were surrounded by helped us be safer and again eat more food. Like I can pick, listen, let's talk about efficiency here. I can go pick enough berries for today and tomorrow, and then go over there and go hunt enough bunnies for today and tomorrow and maybe the day after, right? But look at the movement that I'm doing. So moving from one place to the next to where the food sources are is inefficient. It's inefficiently using my energy than if I went to one location, picked a bunch of food, and then came back to a middle location. So as a tribe, we were more efficient in terms of helping each other survive. These people would go here and go get the nuts. These people would go here and go get the berries. These people would go here and go dig up the root vegetables. These people would go over there and go bring back the bigger game. And all together, we all ate better. Also, all together, we survived against predators, against invaders. So there's strength in numbers. So this thing that I need to be good alone, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. It is counterintuitive, and that's why it is uncomfortable. I don't want you to tell yourself, I need to find a way to be good alone. It's not that. That's not the right question. The right question isn't how do I make myself okay being alone? The right question is how do I ensure that as I seek out my next partner, I find the right partner, using a no kissing for 3 months dating rule, understanding what kind of partner you should be looking for, right? So that's what you need to do is you need to take your instinct and channel it properly. Hello, love. Broke up with my ex because he's still friends with this girl he slept with. Did I make the right choice? If they were flirting, absolutely. You're welcome, Chelsea. How do I cope? How to cope when your boyfriend has depression and video games are a big part of his life. Don't cope. Find yourself somebody who manages their mental health and makes work their life, makes making an income something that takes up their time rather than video games. Don't change people. You don't need to change people, and you don't need to adjust to a low-level person. There's plenty we can do to manage our mental health, right? There is plenty. Don't stay with a broken bird. Don't stay with somebody who makes excuses. I play these video games because I'm depressed. I can't go to work because I'm depressed, right? Don't do that. Say, okay, like I'm going to let you be you. I'm going to let you choose who you want to be. I have been depressed. I have been so depressed. I wanted to tear myself out of my skin because it was physically uncomfortable. I had suicidal ideology. I was an alcoholic. I was addicted to cocaine. All together, right? All together. I got myself out of it. And it was vitamin D. It was raising my serotonin, 5-HTP. It was making sure I ate healthy whole foods. It was meditation. It was getting up off the couch and moving. So I was increasing blood flow in my body and getting more oxygen, reducing inflammation in my brain, which is depression and anxiety. And slowly but surely applying the right behaviors got me out of that funk. If they refuse to do even one of those things on a daily basis, don't stay with somebody who insists on being stagnant. Good knowledge, you're welcome. Nice and good works. How to stop dating guys that you know you are selling for. Use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. Resist your impulses for 3 months. Don't kiss somebody until you know who they are. Vet them properly. Use no more assholes so that you know the 12 characteristics you should be looking for a good man. Don't get in a relationship with a guy. My husband is a great man. We've been together for 21 years, 5 kids. I love that. Going through the depression phase now. I hope you took notes about what you should be doing, my love. Hey, I'm back on 5-HTP because I've been feeling a funk for a while and I was kind of waiting for it to go away and it wasn't. And I was like, you know what, maybe I should hit the 5-HTP again. And I did. Started feeling better. And I'm like, damn, I just need to increase my serotonin. He's developed anger. What is your advice for helping him with it? He needs to start meditating. His amygdala is overactive. Does he want to fix this, first of all, right? Is he like, I feel overwhelmed and it's vomiting, and like, is he taking responsibility? Do you know what I'm saying? Or is he just like, you're making me mad all the time? And so are you paraphrasing what you see? Is he not taking responsibility for it? My books are available online, of course. I make everything easy for you guys. I make it easy, easy, easy. Body's Natural Happy Drugs. When you go to the pharmacy to go buy your vitamin D, minimum 5,000, like your vitamin D, when you buy vitamin D, it's going to come in 1,000 unit caps or whatever, or liquid. It'll be like gel caps or liquid. Take 4,000 units a day. While you're there buying your vitamin D, get your 5-HTP as well. Is it all right for my boyfriend to like and sometimes comment on his ex's posts? Am I overreacting? Is he flirting? It's not about whether or not he's liking or commenting. The question is he flirting? Are they flirting together? Does he flirt? Does she flirt? Is he not flirting, but she's flirting with him and he's not cutting her off? Because that's just wrong. If husband pays 100% bills and I do all the housework, if I were to get a side job, where should that money go? In your bank account. In your bank account, my love. Your bank account. What do you think of breaks? A break is a break up. A break means you are single. Nobody gets to say, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. Do I need to take anything alongside the 5-HTP to act as a vehicle? I don't think so. Healthy whole foods, that's what you need to take, because 5-HTP helps your body create more serotonin, but serotonin is created in your digestive tract, in your intestines. If you eat junk food, you keep your body from producing serotonin. So actually what you can take is a probiotic and healthy whole foods. Whole foods. Not junk food. You know what junk food is. Don't eat junk food. If you read the ingredients and you can't pronounce anything, then you don't eat that. How can I make this spark come back after feeling like I've outgrown my partner? Well, if you've outgrown your partner, you don't need to bring the spark back, right? If you've outgrown them, it's okay to outgrow them and leave them and find somebody who is more your level, right? I outgrew my first husband. My first husband was great for me. Advice for first daters, my love, get no more assholes. It's not a quickie thing. Like, the advice is to use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule and to make sure you know the 12 character traits that you should be looking for in a man, and ask the 15 questions that I have in there to peel back the onion during those 3 months. 3 months, no kissing, no sleepovers. No kissing doesn't mean no affection. But don't also just wear blinders to one person. Don't just entertain one person at a time, because no kissing doesn't mean no commitment for a reason. Do not commit to someone you don't know. Yes, you need my books. Tips on improving anxious avoidant attachment style. First of all, here's the first step to improving it. Ditch the label. Ditch the label. Labels are not good. Labels are not good, because you go, look at me, I'm wrong. When should I disclose to future partners how wrong I am because I'm anxious avoidant? No. Behaviors. Now, that we can talk about. What are the behaviors that you want to change? Because then we can start changing outcomes. But labels, the book, where that label come from, called Homosexuality, a Mental Disorder. So let's not do labels. Labels just give you a sense that you're bad. Let's not do that. Let's just talk about the behaviors that you want to change, and let's get you changing behaviors. What happens if your boyfriend cheats on you and he's your only partner? Now you're upset and he was with another. He gets to do half the work, right? Does he want to fix things? Because there's no point me telling you how to fix things with him if he doesn't care to fix things with you. And if he's like, you're living in the past, right? That's not fixing things. That's shunning his responsibility. My boyfriend is abusive and got arrested for fighting my friend, but I still miss him. You need to raise your self-esteem, my love. You need to read No More Assholes. I started crying. He was genuinely confused. Oh, guys, you can't fracture your questions because I'm not, because they get all broken up because you'll write something and then there'll be 5 more things and then you'll write something else and it just all gets lost. My boyfriend is a jealous guy. I don't know how to talk about the problem. So usually when you guys say my boyfriend is jealous, it means he's saying I can't talk to people, I can't go places with people, I can't have certain friends, I can't wear certain clothes. So this is what you say to them. I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't recognize my integrity and my devotion. And I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't take responsibility for their emotions and their behaviors and vomits that on me and tries to control me in order to fit me in a box that makes me feel more comfortable to them. So I need you to deal with your emotions and not vomit on me. If you won't do that, I can't be in this relationship. I need to be in a relationship with somebody who trusts me. And if you can't trust me, we can't be together. Fluffy. I fell in love with my best friend and he's always hurting me. So pull your emotions back. Do not take your heart and put it in the hands of somebody who's going to go stomp, right? What? Don't do that to yourself. Your heart is yours. And listen, my husband said the most brilliant thing. He said a few very brilliant things. And one of the things he says is you can't help who you fall in love with. And I get that. You know, it's sometimes you're going to fall for somebody, but you don't need to hand them your heart for them to stomp on. So yeah, you're going to have feelings, but what does your logical mind say? Pull yourself into your logical mind. Say, that's not healthy for me to give this person my time, my attention, only to have them hurt me. So what do you need to do for the hurting to stop? I want my boyfriend to communicate with me, but he just tells me he's not good at expressing. He is correct. He is correct, my love. We process about 20,000 words a day as women. Men process about 5,000 to 7,000 words a day. You wanting him to express himself the way you express yourself is not a reasonable request. It's kind of like me saying, you need to learn how to write your name in the snow when you pee. Not a reasonable request, because we don't have the same bodies. We don't have the same brains. We don't even have the same fertility cycle. We don't function the same way. He will not express himself the way you do. That's an expectation. We were talking about that earlier. I express myself this way. I expect my partner. So you create a story in your head that he should express himself the way you do. And when he doesn't, you feel disappointed. I want you to be clear. This disappointment is something you created yourself. It is your responsibility to deal with. So what you need to do is create an emotionally safe relationship. If you don't know how to do that, you have to read Fix That Shit. When he feels emotionally safe, he will express himself more his way. I will teach you what to look for, but you need to look for those signs. The male way of expressing himself, the male way of showing love, devotion, affection, and appreciate it when it comes to you that way. Thoughts on dating someone you work with? Do not. Let me tell you what's going to happen if it doesn't work. Because here's the thing, the reason why you're thinking about dating them is because you created a fantasy in your head that this is going to work out, and you're not looking at the other side of the coin, which is what if it doesn't? So what if it doesn't? What if you guys get together? Hey, you have a great honeymoon period. Of course you do. Everybody does. Everybody has a great first 3 months. Then the cracks appear. Now you're going to start fighting because maybe you're the blind leading the blind. You don't know how to be functional. And each of you have some past with other people that have created some pain and some dysfunction, and you're going to vomit that into the relationship. So then you're going to fight about it. You're going to say, I need you to fit into this box so I feel better. He's going to say, I need you to fit into this box so I feel better. You guys are going to clash about that. You're going to fight. You're going to start having anger in your relationship, frustration, helplessness, hopelessness. Eventually it'll get to a boiling point. You're going to break up. Now he's going to be at the place where you have to drive to and spend 8 hours at every day. How are you going to feel on the drive to work knowing he's there? How are you going to feel at work seeing him? How are you going to feel when he gets a new girlfriend? Don't put yourself in that position. Don't put yourself in a position of feeling stress and anxiety on a daily basis at a place where you have to spend 8 hours at. It's called pooping where you work. Do not poop where you work. Thank you for answering. I appreciate it. Will buy fix that shit. I need all your books. Male way of expressing emotion. It is nonverbal. It is nonverbal. Knowing his love language will give you insight into that. How do I tell my friend her ex is a toxic friend? She's afraid ex will freak if she cuts her off. Well, she knows. It's just she just doesn't have the courage to take care of her own mental well-being. So, say to her, listen, hey Jen, I see you. Say to her, I want you to understand that your decisions are having a negative effect on your mental well-being. And when you cut toxic people out of your life, it will be uncomfortable in the moment, but you will feel better in the long term. And once you decide that you want to feel better in the long term and you have the courage to make that choice despite the fears you have in the moment, you will start to see how life will be better for you. Now, go make your decisions because I can't make them for you. Repeat what you said about the jealous boyfriend. I can't love. We got to keep moving forward. But I do have, if you go on my YouTube channel, I have put some of my, they let you save these now. So I've put some of my lives. I do have them on my YouTube channel. And it's not uncommon for me. Like, you guys ask a lot of the, because I get new people all the time on here. And so I do kind of tend to say a lot of the same things over again. So I would suggest that you, if you miss something that I said, I do suggest that you go to my YouTube channel and go check out the lives that I've posted on my YouTube channel and just play them. Just, do some housework while it's playing in the background or something. A man having commitment issues. So listen, those are the ones that you don't bother with, right? Because you want a relationship, which means you want somebody who's ready for a relationship. So if he says I have commitment issues, you're like, well, it doesn't seem like you're ready. I'm going to move on, right? Listen, there are so many people out there. Do not be afraid to leave something behind. When you leave something behind, clarify your next relationship. Stop blindly going from relationship to relationship going, I'll know it when I find it. That's called confusion. Don't be confused when you're dating. I'm not confrontational, but I want my boyfriend that I need, but constant affirmations when he's busy. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a cheat sheet. You're going to grab a piece of paper and write down everything he says and does that proves to you that he loves you and is devoted to you. And when you want to go to him to get those affirmations, go to your cheat sheet and go get it. Also write down anything nice that he says to you. What your red flags were. Somebody says, Mighty Peanut, I'm curious what your red flags were in previous relationships. Book titles denote narcissism. Is that an accusation? What, fix that shit? Fix that shit was, let me tell you where fix that shit came from. Let me just address the last thing you said, just because, why not? If you're gonna say two things in something, then like that I was with narcissists. I was just with selfish people. The word narcissist is way overused. Like, you're armchair psychologist diagnosing people left, right, and center. You're a narcissist. You're a narcissist. You're a narcissist. And in fact, most of these people that you are calling narcissists, because narcissist is a deficit in the brain, right? So it takes a professional to diagnose narcissism. Dysfunction, right? Being abused as a child, not having parents who were good role models, mean you don't know how to be a good person in a relationship, because we are monkeys designed to imitate. If you didn't have a role model, you don't know how to relationship. Having an abusive parents means that you are self-protective, right? Doesn't mean you're narcissistic. It means you are self-protective. So most of these people that you're calling narcissists are just dysfunctional. That's it. And all they need to do is just change their behaviors, and they're on a better route. So fix that shit was when my first husband and I, we realized that the fight we were having was dumb and unnecessary and based on a misunderstanding about something. And then we would laugh, and he would I'd say, oh baby, I'm sorry. I just realized that I'm PMSing and that's why this just happened right now. And he'd laugh and he'd go, fix that shit. That's where fix that shit came from. No more assholes. Was I had dated somebody and he moved to Colorado, and when he was getting ready to go to Colorado, we had broken up, but we were still living together and getting along. And I said, I'll come with you if you want. He said no. So shut that down. So he goes to Colorado, but he's still calling me. And I started rock climbing with who would be my first husband. And so he called me and he goes, so what'd you do today? And I was like, I went rock climbing with Mike. And then he goes, I was going to ask you to come be with me. And that's when I realized that he was saying to me, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. That clicked in my mind at that moment. And I yelled in the phone, that's not fair. And I hung up the phone. And when I hung up the phone, I did this. I went, no more assholes. I literally had a come to Jesus moment. And so that's where no more assholes came from. But it was just, fix that shit was because of misunderstandings and vomiting in the relationship. No more assholes is, stop picking people who are takers, not contributors. Why doesn't my boyfriend want to communicate with me when he's feeling down? Because men go into their head to go fix things. They're not like us. Their brain function is not like us. The bridge between hemispheres is smaller than a woman's is. Their thought process tends to stay within one hemisphere, and it tends to start at the back and go think and then come to the front, do. We tend to go think, consider, have a conversation, do some more considering, some more conversations, and then do. So very different. They just want to go in their head, they want to resolve it, and then they want to come back out of their head and pretend nothing happened and just continue on with their lives. I think the big thing to tell if they're narcissists is if they have empathy. Not even. Men do not have the same level of empathy a woman does. Women own guilt and empathy. Men own heartwarming. There is an evolutionary purpose to us different genders having different levels of emotions. The babies stayed with the women while the men went and hunted. And so the reason why we have empathy and guilt is so that we would look at a baby By the way, we also see fine detail better than men do. So we would look at the baby, we would notice that the color was just a smidge off. We would notice that the baby was eating just a little less. And the moment that slight change happened, then the empathy, the guilt would take over. And we would be like, oh, I feel you. I want to take care of you because I would feel so bad if you died, right? Why do men own heartwarming? Because when that baby is made, they're like, oh my God, I love you so much. I would die for you. So this is why you and I are here today, because we have those emotional differences. So a male is not narcissistic because he's less empathetic than a female. He's just a male. A male is narcissistic if he thrives on your emotional discomfort that he created, because he loves the control, by the way. Why doesn't my boyfriend want to communicate with me? Right. What is the best resource to learn what a good and healthy functioning relationship is? I'm gonna toot my own horn. It's Fix That Shit. This is the book that I wrote. This is how I got from 10 years of fighting, because I was abused as a child, because I picked the wrong partners as an adult, because I didn't have role models as parents that were good relationship role models. All of that combined meant, even though I was with a good man, we fought for 10 years. So first, no more assholes, to make sure you choose the right partner, a generous long-term thinker, not a selfish short-term thinker. Then fix that shit to ensure that you change whatever you need to change to be a functional person within the relationship. You heal your past. You let all that crying come out. You meditate and put your brain into a state where it is more calm, which means your emotions are more calm, which means even if he blows up, you stay chill, you're calm, you're not reactive. Communication tools so that you can bring up difficult things without there being defensiveness. Understanding the differences between the genders so that you're not bothered by things that should not bother you. My boyfriend used to tell me his every move. Now he doesn't tell me anything anymore. What did I do? Nothing. He probably just feels like, hey, like, we're good. We have a solid relationship. She should feel secure now in who I am. Like, I mean, I don't know. He may be cheating, right? I don't know. Is there other behaviors? But that alone, without him going at other girls and flirting with other girls, just that, it just means he feels more secure, and he's, he was telling you all that in the beginning to let you know who he was. At this point, you should know who he is. You should be able to say to yourself, I don't know where he is, but I know where he is, right? And so this is a partner relationship. A parent-child relationship is if you insist, you got to tell me where you are when you go somewhere, right? That's a parent-child relationship. He may feel that the two of you are now adults in a partner relationship, and you know him well enough to know what he's doing, even when you don't know what he's doing. Is there no way to fix that shit and stay in the marriage? I don't know where you get that from. Fix that shit is all about fixing the shit and staying in the relationship. Is it okay to have a relationship without being divorced? Like with someone else? So if there's a woman who comes to me and says, so there's this guy and, I want to start dating him, but he's not divorced yet. I say, wait until the divorce is finalized. Wait until the divorce is finalized. So, I'm going to say the same thing to you. Like, finalize your divorce. Get that out of the way. Because, if your divorce is complicated in any way, it's just going to be vomited into your relationship, and it's just going to create complications where there doesn't need to be any. How can I have a healthy long distance relationship? You have to not fight, because you can't resolve things properly over long distance, because you can't hug. Hugging creates oxytocin, which helps with the forgiving factor. Mm-hmm. Why do I don't know, my love. Do you feel a man needs to have some time after having a serious discussion? Yeah, if he wants it. Sometimes they do. Nurse Britt, hi. Sometimes they do, right? Like it's a lot for them to have those discussions, and sometimes they just want to. And it's like there's a lot of emotions involved, and it like it kind of puts you in an anxious state, right? So I mean, they probably do want to unwind after that and just relax their brains because their brains have been working hard during that discussion. Anytime I ask for something, I get met with anger and so much passive aggressiveness. Sounds, I'm, so, in situation, like, I don't know what you're asking for. I don't know if the reason why he's angry and being passive aggressive is because he feels he's already doing things for you, but you're not recognizing them, you're not showing gratitude for them, and instead you're completely overlooking them and asking for more. Like, I pay these bills and I take you out to dinner, but you're asking for flowers. What the fuck, right? Like, that's what could be going through his mind. You're not grateful for this, you're ungrateful, and you're asking for more. And he's going, why should I give you more? Because I'll give you that and you'll just want more. Like, my husband went through this with his ex. He didn't have a business yet. He was doing side jobs to make extra money because she was at home doing babysitting jobs. And, so she complained that he wasn't spending enough time at home. And he was like, oh, I can spend more time at home, but we'll have less money. And she's like, okay, no, I want more money. So then he works more. And then she says, I want a trailer. And he, like, a trailer. I want a trailer. I want a trailer set up, at the trailer park. I want a trailer for the summer. And he's like, okay, but that means I'll have to work more. And she's like, yeah, okay, that's okay. I want the trailer. So he works more to get the trailer. So you're not home enough, right? So this is what creates anger and that passive aggressiveness. But then you're like, why doesn't he give me what I want? Why is he always angry at me, right? So like we really do need to be aware of what is happening. What do you think about my boyfriend deciding he wants to leave for a year and try doing long distance? What do you want? It doesn't have to be on his term. Like, you can say, okay, that's what you want. I will consider this. I need to sit back and ask myself what I want. If I do all the housework and he starts helping with some chores after I get a side job, do I help pay the bills? Yeah. Like, if you're, so he's paying all the bills now and you're doing all the housework, and then you get work, and so now you're busier and he starts doing chores to help out, then you take some of your money and you pay the bills because you're dividing, right? If he's jumping in and he's taking over the chores, if you were paying 100% of the bills and doing 10% of the chores, I'd say that's not fair. You're doing 10% of the chores, so he should be paying 10% of the bills. How should we healthily communicate what we're feeling? So first of all, before getting into talks about what you're feeling, you should start meditating, because things that you're feeling might not feel so negative once you shrink the part of your brain where negative emotions come from. So if you want to understand how to have healthy conversations about feelings, you should also understand how to manage your feelings. So you do need to get fix that shit so that you understand that. He said he wants space and is withholding affection. We live together and I work from home. Any tips? Give him all the space he wants and say, here's your bedroom, here's mine. If you just want to be roommates for a while, so be it. Just don't force yourself on somebody, right? If somebody feels like they want space, then give them space. Great, this is so helpful and interesting. Yay, I'm glad you think so. I know I say things that may be difficult to hear. I'm glad you guys are okay with hearing them. I am. I am understanding and patient. That's good. I don't know how to get men to take me out on a real date and want to actually get to know me. First of all, your first few dates should not be quote unquote real dates. Even if they propose a dinner or a meal, you should propose a walk. So the first few dates should simply be where you just have one question that you want to answer by the end of that date, which is, do I like them enough to see them again? And it shouldn't cost anybody money for that. The most it should cost is a beverage. So, you know, it's not about going out on a real date. It's about finding somebody who wants to get to know you. That's it. Going on a first date soon, been talking for a week. How soon is too soon for him to pick me up? You know, feel it out, right? But the first few, meet up somewhere. Meet up. Just meet up somewhere public. Make sure you're meeting up in public places and going for walks. How to stop feeling like too much. I do think you need to dive into No More Assholes or Fix That Shit, my love, so that you do learn how to manage your feelings and also learn what is reasonable to want in a relationship. So if you're single, No More Assholes. If you're in a relationship, Fix That Shit. Why is dating so hard? Because you think it is. Because what you think is. Because you pay too much attention to people who are coming at you with low levels of attention. You know, if all of you guys on dating apps did not reply and not even look at the bio of the person who just said, hey, how are you? Hey, beautiful. Hey, how's your day? Right? Instead focused only on the people who wrote something that is that relates to something you said about yourself. In other words, made it clear that they read your bio and are tuning into who you are and are interested in who you are. You know, if those are the only people you gave your time and attention to, you'd be like, dating's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. It really doesn't even take up that much time. So I don't have audiobooks yet, but Fix That Shit and No More Assholes will be an audiobook coming out this month. I've been thinking about doing something, you guys. So tell me what you think about this. So I'm going to make 2 audiobooks this month. And I've been thinking about live streaming the process. So picking a time, like on a daily basis, like, you know, Monday, like certain days of the week, I will sit down and read my book. So I'm going to live stream it. Essentially, you're going to watch me read my book and tape my audiobook, put it together. There's going to be a charge for this, by the way. There's going to be a charge. This is not going to be free. There will be, you know, I'm going to create like a portal that you can pay to come into this space. You're going to watch me read my books. I'm going to read chapters. I'm going to tape my chapters. And at the end, I'm going to do a Q&A. We're going to have a discussion, whatever you guys want to talk about the chapters that I read that day. So I'm going to do one of these for Fix That Shit. I'm going to do one of them for No More Assholes. Somebody's like, that's such a cool marketing strategy. Thank you for that. So yeah, so I would do it live on YouTube. And I think on YouTube too, like, yeah. And then also I would do it live. I would do it in its own playlist. And then let's say you missed that day or you watched that day and you want to go back and rewatch it, you can do that. As long as you can access the portal after the fact, you would be. Yeah, you absolutely would be. For maybe a week in case we miss a live. I think I would let you access it for longer than that. Like, I think like you paid for it. You can access it for as long as you like. Just said he doesn't know where his head is at. So Yes, I live in my university, walking around, talking at picnic tables, talking there is okay, totally. Yeah, yeah, totally, that makes sense. If you made a podcast, I'd listen, yeah. Yeah, then people are asking me to put my books on audiobooks, but I think I would release it from my own platform rather than through Audible. Um, so yeah, that would be amazing. So let me ask you this, those of you who are watching. Um, it's an audiobook is about $21 US. How much would you pay for that? What would that be worth if you guys were to have a place where you can come watch me live? I would be releasing that eventually on podcast. I would do that on podcast as well. Love it, I'm in. What do you think that's worth? If an audiobook is $21, what is it worth to do this with me, to be in the process with me, watch me live when I tape the audiobook, and have that on a YouTube playlist, on a podcast playlist as well. I'll make it on a podcast as well. That way you can access on YouTube or just on the podcast. I'd pay $30 for the audiobook. Okay. Who else? What do you guys think? What's the price for that? I think a bundle, book and audiobook would be great once you're finished with them. Okay. How many sessions? I would say it would probably... So Fix That Shit has 50 chapters. I could... Let me see. I would say probably about 10 sessions. Chapters. Let me see. Love the bundle idea. I'm trying to think how many chapters could I read in one session. So 50 chapters. 50 chapters. If I made it a goal to do like 6 chapters per session, you know, I think at most it might take me like 10 sessions to do. So 10 opportunities for you to come do this, and I would do it quickly, right? Like, you know, like I want to do 2 audiobooks in a month. If I do 10 sessions per audiobook, you know, getting in about 5 or so chapters per session. So yeah, 51 chapters in. I do not do matchmaking. I teach you how to fish. So it'd be like a reading club with questions and answers. Yeah, reading club with questions and answers. I'm near Toronto. So about 10 sessions. Watching me read. So I would be focused on creating the audiobook. Buy all sessions. 10, then $3 each, or if you just come in for one or more, that's 5 each. Oh, interesting. So you can choose. Build trust with your spouse and break down walls and make it easier to apologize. Guys, you will find that in Fix That Shit. This book right here. 20-30 per session since we have you in the flesh. I just bought your book, Fix That Shit, coming in tomorrow. So excited. I love that. Buy the book, get a discount or free access. I can't do that because the purchases come through Amazon. I'm doing 2 books in Audible right now. We're actually talking about taking part in being able to witness me creating the audiobooks and then doing a Q&A after each time I sit down to record. It will be virtual. It will be on YouTube Live. Like I would stream it on YouTube. And then you guys would be able to watch each session at will afterwards as well, because it will be in a playlist that you access. So you'll be accessing this through like a membership kind of thing. Which books? I'm doing Fix That Shit and No More Assholes this month. Always have an option. The audiobook will be included, right? So you'll be able to watch the live, and then you'll be able to watch a live. I'll save the lives in a playlist so you can go back and watch them. I'll upload the lives to a podcast so you have access to that as well. And then I don't know why, included in that, you wouldn't also get the audiobook itself. Oh my god, this is so cute. Serendipitous. My SO asked me what has changed me lately, and I told him I've been reading Fix That Shit. Don't we know it? When you know, you know. So he said to thank you. I love it. Tell him I say you're welcome, my friend. Yes, I love this. Thank you for that feedback, my love. Will you go leave a review on Amazon, please? Please, please, please. Will you go leave a review on Amazon? That would make me so happy. Ebooks downloaded through Amazon Kindle. Yes, they are. I just bought all your books, Abby. Can't wait for the other 4 to get here. I love that. So you bought 2 and then you ordered the other 4. I love that. I call my books gateway drugs. Like you read one and you're like, I need more. So I love you. Thank you. I appreciate that. How much is Fix That Shit and where do we get it from? Amazon. Thank you, Serendipitous. Thank you. Also in your review, write what your SO thinks about it. Okay. I'd love that. I would love to see that. Come back and tell me, go do that now and then come back and tell me that you've done it, because I'm excited. Planning on writing more books. Yes, in 2021 I'm writing more books. Yes. Yeah. So paperback is like about $25. Ebook is about $9-11 depending where you buy it. I'm having an amazing day, especially now. Serendipity is giving me this info. Okay, so good book to learn how to be a better person to your SO. Fix that shit. Fix that shit. So live watching me tape my audiobooks, Q&A afterwards, 10 sessions, live on YouTube, saved in a YouTube playlist, uploaded to a podcast, that only the people who have paid the membership get access to. Included is the actual copy of the finished product of the audiobook. Gonna get it. Fix That Shit is the best on chapter 30. Terry Lynn, yes, you making your way through this. I love it. All of that together. An audiobook is $20. This is like plus. So you get the audiobook, the YouTube live with Q&A, access to the YouTube playlist, access to the podcast to listen to at will. Is that worth $50, you guys? I'm thinking $49.99 for that. I'm excited for Fix That Shit to arrive. $49.99 for that. So basically, like the audiobook would be like $21, like $20.99 would be the audiobook. Yes, 45 to 50 is good. So yeah, okay. Take all my money. You guys are cute. You guys are cute. Chronic toxic relationship every 10 years. You guys are cute. Are you going to put your books in there like chapters and indigo? 45 to 50. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do it. So here's the thing though, like because it'll be $29.99 for an audiobook. You get the audiobook plus the live on YouTube, plus the replay on YouTube, plus the replay as a podcast. Like plus getting Q&A with me. Now the Q&A would be like, I'm thinking about a half hour for the Q&A after reading the chapters, like a half hour Q&A after reading the chapters. Heck of a deal. Your wisdom is worth, so $49.99 is legit fair. So I mean, this is 30 or not 30. This is 10. It would be 10 30-minute Q&A opportunities with me. Plus you get the audiobook, basically. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to do this. Guys, if you being able to go back and rewatch everything, yeah, you would be able to go back and rewatch everything. You would have like the YouTube playlist would be like, you know, for you guys to go back, and I will put it on podcast so that you wouldn't have to go to YouTube. You can just download it onto your podcast player. So you would still have the audiobook reading and the Q&A, and then you could also just have the audiobook itself. So all of that. So happy I found you. My best friend let me read. Say yes to goodness. I love it. Yay. Can you go leave a review on Amazon? Please, please, my love. Please, please. That would make me... Oh, somebody just bought Fix That Shit. That would make me super happy. Totally reasonable. Okay, so you guys... if you like this idea and you want for sure to know when I do this, go sign up like right now. Go sign up, or when we're done. Just make a note to go do this. Doing it now. Thank you, Cass. You guys are so good to me. Sign up for my general mailing list. That way, when I, you know, when I'm ready to do this, I've set up the portal. Like I'm, you know, charging a camera right now to start getting this started. I'm downloading software on my computer so I can start doing this. I'm really intent on getting this done this month. I will be setting this up. I'll probably be set up by the 10th of November, like set up, ready to go, ready to launch, which means I'm going to start telling you guys how to access all of this and like have that chain set up. Just in case you miss me on here, sign up for my general mailing list. The way you do that is you go to my bio, click on the link tree, scroll to the bottom. There's a place where it says enter your email if you don't want to lose me. Go ahead and enter your email on there. And I'm going to be letting my mailing list know when everything is all set up and you guys can sign up for this and start getting ready to come watch me. Tell me this, because, you know, for those of you who are signing up for this, I want you to be able to access me live. You need a bio in your TikTok. How do I do a bio? I have a bio. What do you mean I need a bio? You mean like a button that you press and it takes you to like an about me kind of thing? Is that what you mean? Ailey? Maybe you should be my social media manager. I need people. I need smart people on my team. What was I gonna say? Go sign up for my general mailing list. It says you have no bio? What? What you talking about? What is going on? I know TikTok sometimes glitches. Love marketing, yeah? Ailey. Ailey. Send me a DM. Cause when I go look at my, look, see it says that there. Is that what it said for you? Because there is. It says #1 dating relationship expert, showing you what real men are. Courses and books. It's a glitch. On live it says no bio. Oh, well, you are probably right. You are probably correct because, yeah. Okay, sorry. Mercury record. No, it really could be like I'll write, you know, like last time I wrote come learn how to relationship, and it'll keep that, and then because it keeps it from one live to the next, then I don't always bother looking, but sometimes it'll just decide that it deletes what I wrote last, but I don't know. So thank you for that. Okay. Amanda just signed up for my general mailing list because Amanda wants to know when I'm gonna go and do my live audiobooks. So yeah, so anybody who wants to join in on that, make sure that you are signing up to my general mailing list so that I can let you know when I do my audiobooks live. Audiobooks live. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, here's a question I want to ask. When I go live and take my audiobooks in Eastern time, what is the best time of day for me to do that? No bio, but it's probably a glitch. That's the difference, because it's a live, maybe, yes. Reviews submitted, serendipitous. It's going to take me a couple days to see it because Amazon likes to review the reviews before it releases the reviews. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Once you click on her profile, you can see it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So for those of you who want to, after reading Fix That Shit, I'd say yes to goodness. You look amazing. Thank you. Well, my husband, I might have a glow, you guys, because, you know, my husband and I we had some special time today. So for those of you who want to watch me do my audiobooks live, Eastern time, what is the best time for you? Fluffy. The fluffy, nope. The one fluffy, nope. I gotta know the story behind that one. How do you guys come up with your names? That's so cute. Oh my goodness, guys. Charlie is flat out on his back. He's so adorable. What do you dream about? All kinds of different things. But I very often, I have a recurring dream, and I actually just had it again. So the recurring dream that I have is that I'm in a home or I'm in an apartment, and I'm walking around and I'm looking in this place, and I keep seeing room after room after room after room. It just seems to go on and on and on. So that's something that I dream about often, is being in a home, whether it's a house or an apartment, and it just has all these rooms. It's from a meme about what a bee would be called if we named it off the list. Fluffy Nope. Oh my god, I love that so much. That's awesome. That's really good. Best relationship book. I heard you say in a live, but I forgot. Oh, Fix That Shit. Fix That Shit. I dream about flying without anything. Yeah, I've had those too. I call them Supermans. I have Superman in my dreams. I love it. Love, love, love it. I ask so many questions to my boyfriend, and he keeps telling me not to be suspicious. Is he trustworthy? Is he trustworthy? What did you use to play with when you were a kid? My Barbie. Man, did my Barbie ever have adventures. My Barbie was a stripper. So for those of you who don't know, I was a stripper before I became a dating coach. When I was 6 years old, I told my mom I was going to be a stripper. When I was 9, 10, my Barbie was a stripper. When I was 16, I did a lip sync competition, like the sexiest I could possibly make it. It was that song, What You Do to My Body. Who knows who sings that? What you do to my body. Listen, only us old people are going to know that one. If you're the selfish short-term thinker, you can change that. You can change that. I was, right? I was. Let me see. When I was 18, my boyfriend was in a band, and I did like a show for him and his bandmates, like, you know, singing 7 O'Clock by London Choir Boys. Yes, he is trustworthy. Then trust him. So yeah. If he's trustworthy, then trust him. Don't mother him. Don't parent him. Do you want to? Listen. Mature adults who are trustworthy want a partner, not a parent. I think the problem is I've been hurt in the past. Yes. So what you want to do, my love, is you want to fix that shit, because what you are doing is you are vomiting your emotions into the relationship, and it is having a negative effect. Your partner is feeling negative emotions because of the vomiting. So you do want to grab a copy of Fix That Shit and start learning how to deal with your emotions and being able to trust a trustworthy partner. Where would the world be in 1,000 years? This is a great question. It depends on the direction that we take, obviously. When I wrote Dating 101, like I'm a social scientist, so sociology, psychology, anthropology, biology. Bye, Liana. Yay, have a good day, my love. So sociology, psychology, anthropology, biology. I wrote Dating 101 asking myself, if I write a textbook for sex ed to go into schools for high schoolers, what should be in here? And that's how I wrote that book. One of the questions that I ask in there is, what kind of monkey will we be? Because one of the things that I say is we are monkeys designed to imitate, which we are. Our closest genetic cousin beside human beings is bonobos and chimpanzees. Each of those two kinds of monkeys have less than a 5% difference in their genetic code from us. So, oh, it didn't let me write the review, but I'm going to buy all your books. Thank you, my love. You can always go leave a review on Google Reviews. You can go to Google, you can type in Canada's Dating Coach Google Reviews, and just whatever you were going to write on Amazon, just go write that on Google Reviews, and I'll be able to see that instantly. Actually, if you go write a Google review, like if you were to go do that right now, come back and say, I just did it, and then I will actually go take a look and I'll be able to read it right away. So if we choose to be chimpanzees, we will be at war forever. We will be destructive forever. Chimpanzees are patriarchal. Only the dominant males mate. They fight a lot among each other. They don't think twice about literally killing each other. They literally tear each other apart and eat each other. They are invasive. They are constantly at war with other monkey troops and very territorial. Now, bonobos are matriarchal. They do not fight amongst themselves. Sex is free and free-flowing. The females choose, but the males are like happy because the females are like, yeah, this is fun, let's do this. They don't invade other monkeys' territory, so they're rarely at war with other monkey troops. And they're just nice. So if we continue to be a patriarchy, then there will be more war, death, and destruction. If we switch to a matriarchy, there will be more peace. There is strong statistical evidence that when a woman approaches a situation, so let's talk about border crossings. When it is female ICE members who show up, the situation is addressed and diffused. When it is male members, like male ICE members who show up, there tends to be more violence. So, you know, we do more talking, we do more diffusing, we do more understanding. Men tend to go to the violence faster. Seriously, question? Sure. What do you guys think of that? What I just said? Oh, that's good cracking. Charlie, what's Maggie doing? Oh, guys, I didn't put any music on. You agree? I like philosophy. I was a philosopher before I was a sociologist. I, as a female, yeah, you can ask a question. It's true. You agree as well. That's interesting. Why do men get aggressive when we talk about feelings and make us seem like we are the problem? Because if we don't know how to be functional and address our own feelings and not vomit them into the relationship, they get frustrated because they don't want to constantly be accused of making us uncomfortable, when actually we would have been much more comfortable if we had meditated and shrunk our amygdala and reduced our feelings of stress, fear, and anxiety. Now, I don't know what kind of male you're with. I don't know if you're with somebody who's flirting with other girls and trying to pick up other girls and you're like, that hurts my feelings. The problem is your choice in mate. But if you don't buy me flowers and that makes me feel like you don't care enough, and he's like, I take you to dinner, why aren't you grateful for that? This is where he gets angry. And he's like, this is where you need to use perspective rather than go to him to talk about your feelings to get him to do more things on top of the things that he's already doing. If you were having this problem with a good man, a generous long-term thinker, I do recommend you fix that shit, because you do need a change in perspective and you need to learn to manage your feelings. You also need to learn to come to him with solutions and not with problems. Because if you are confused about what the solution is because you haven't thought about it and you haven't made yourself a part of the solution, and instead you go to him and you say, I don't feel good, fix me. This is where he's like, what? It's not fair to ask for anything you're not willing to do first. Why are you coming to me to make you happy when you don't know how to make yourself happy? So there's a lot of reasons why this could be happening. I don't know which one it is. If you really want to figure this out, you can fix that shit or book a coaching session with me so that I can actually decode it, like really get into it, ask the questions that I need to ask, and really figure out what's going on so that I can give you the tools you need to really work through this. How to work on trust in a relationship. So I have a No More Insecurity course coming up. I'm taking what I've done with No More Insecurity and my other courses. I'm actually creating something much more intensive and better. If you want to sign up for this, there is a button in the link tree in my bio that says No More Insecurity sign up. So you would add your name to that. And then when I get more details about, when this course is coming out, I know to let you know about that. My boyfriend always says I'm sensitive when I cry rather than comforting me. How do I go about that? You can say to him, oh, look, we got a vomiter. We got a vomiter. We got a vomiter. Bye, vomiter. Bye, vomiter. Yeah. I don't know if you're with a generous long-term thinker or a selfish short-term thinker. So, you know, if you don't know, if you're with a guy or a man, I do recommend getting No More Assholes to help you understand, because there are 12 character traits you should be looking at to know if this is a selfish short-term thinker or a generous long-term thinker. If you're with a generous long-term thinker, then you want to learn to become functional in this relationship and be the emotional leader, which means you need to fix that shit in order to do that. I help you learn how to manage your emotions, learn how to not vomit into the relationship, learn what is worth talking about, how to bring it up, so that he doesn't get defensive and hears what you're saying and is a part of your solutions. If you have jealousy, insecurity, overthinking, do add your name to the No More Insecurities sign-up list. Yeah, men do try to fix feelings and problems instead of just listening, because that's how they're designed. Their thought pattern is think and do. Ours is think, consider, have a conversation, consider some more, have another conversation, and then do. So if you want your man to just listen and then comfort, then you need to give him directions. Men need that from us. They need clear directions on what we want from them in those moments. So you say to him, baby, I had a hard day today and I really need you to just listen. And then when I'm done talking, put your arms around me and tell me everything is going to be okay. They give you a solution because they want to help you. If you tell them how to help you, they're happy with that and they will do it. So then you talk, you do your venting, and then when you're done talking, you say, okay, baby, I'm done talking. Now you can put your arms around me and tell me everything is going to be okay. You're welcome. You can get into a new relationship anytime after your old relationship. Like you can start dating a day after leaving somebody, but use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule to make sure that you don't just fall into a new relationship with somebody you don't know. If your boyfriend doesn't say I'm sorry after he does something, what you do is you start modeling what an apology is. So you think about what you could have done better, and then you go to him and you say I'm sorry for, and then the behaviors that you could have done better, I realize that this is how it affected his emotions, and this is my plan for ensuring that I will not do this again. So you doing that consistently means he is learning from you how to deliver a real apology. How do you cure being attracted to toxic men? It's not about curing being attracted to them. It's about changing the behavior of getting into a relationship with toxic men. So you need to use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule and read No More Assholes to understand the difference between a selfish short-term thinker and a generous long-term thinker. Once you read this book, you're going to be like, oh crap, I never want to be with that kind of guy again. Also, Fake Love Need Not Apply. It's about posers, losers, scammers, and predators, and how to see them a mile away and not get into a relationship with them, and even how to get out of a relationship with one if you find that you are in a relationship with one of those. Energy. What if your parents don't approve of the relationship? I will not approve of the relationship if you don't find yourself a good man. So are they valid in their disapproval, or are they invalid in their disapproval? Because he is hardworking, kind, generous, thoughtful, sacrificing, devoted, practices the 3 Ps, protect, profess, and provide, makes you laugh more than anybody else. If that is what you have, I approve, and that's all that matters. The book, Fake Love Need Not Apply, and No More Assholes. So that's to avoid toxic relationships. Thank you, Miss Tinka. What if he doesn't text you or call you for hours? That's nothing. We're allowed to have lives. It's okay. It is okay for people to have a life. Doesn't text or call for hours. That's okay. Do not be so controlling that somebody has to jump when you say jump. Yeah, you're so sweet. Miss Tinka. Aw, so much love. You're so good to me. Aw. He said he wanted a relationship. I didn't sleep with him for 3 months. Then he said we're moving too fast. Are your books available for purchase on Audible? I will have Fix That Shit and No More Assholes as audiobooks in November. So have to check your books out. Yes, you will love them. If you like how I talk, you're gonna like my books. Yeah, social media has a negative effect on relationships, I find. It really does weed out, though. Like, it really does help you weed out the guys who are like, you know, who are not focused. So it's good for that. Hubby, it's okay not to text or call for hours. Yeah. How do I sign up for a session with you? Miss Vanilla Kisses. So go to my bio, click on the link tree. There's a button that says private one-on-one. Click on that. It takes you to a page where you pre-purchase your session. When I see your order come through, I send you an email with my next available dates and times. You pick the one that works for you. I call you on FaceTime voice or WhatsApp voice. How did you get into this? I've always been a natural at this. Like, I've been fixing people for over 20 years. I just decided to finally lean into it and turn it into a business. But, you know, like I'm almost 50 now. In my 20s, like early 20s, my friends would call me in a state of agitation. And within 10 minutes, they would be calm. And they'd be like, oh my God, you're so soothing. I feel so much more calm after talking to you. So it's always been a talent. Always been a talent. And I wrote custom made because everybody should understand what their talent is and turn that into their job. I think we all should be paid doing something we love to do. You're so welcome. You are so, so welcome. Everyone in here with questions should schedule a one-on-one. It's amazing. Rockstar. Oh, hello. Hello, Jimmy Lee. Yeah, Jamie Lee knows. Jamie Lee knows. How are you, my love? Tala, I saw your meditation minutes, by the way. Awesome. Oh my God, love you already. Yes. Tala, yes. Do you have formal training? No. Self-taught. But, like, let's just be clear here. I started reading when I was 4. Danny and the Dinosaur was the first book that I read, and I memorized it. I loved it so much. I was reading by the time I was in kindergarten. In grade 1, they gave us our reader for the year. I took it home, read it that night. I remember in grade 6 or 7, they gave us handout sheets that you could fill in at our library at school. And you would write, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the book title and how many pages. I read 400 books that year alone. And I mean, I'm not talking like playbooks. I'm talking Stephen King's, like novels, Flowers in the Attic, like 400 novels. I read The Exorcist that year. My mom saw me reading The Exorcist. She's like, you take that back. I took it back, and then I signed it back out again, and I hid it from her. I took it back. I messaged this the other day, but lost Wi-Fi when you answered. Oh, no. Do you have any advice on how to get over someone who cheated on you? Well, my advice is they need to meet you halfway. That's, I want to know that before. Hubs is... personal trainer DMs female clients every day and tells me it's his job, and they're super inappropriate. Does he show you their messages? Like, if he's open about it, like, here's the thing. I have a friend of mine. Hi, Jimmy Lee. Debating on meditating before or after going to the store. Find your sweet spot. Make sure you get it in. So my clients who take the 5-session package, we do communicate every day. Now I have a friend of mine who is also a personal trainer, and he kind of shuns the looking sexy thing, but he is a sexy looking man, and I'm like, listen, you want more clients? Go for the sexy, like get sexier on social media, because you will get more people. But if if he's open and honest about it and he's not hiding anything from you, the sexiest trait you will ever have is confidence. And here's the thing, if he's going to cheat on you, he's going to cheat on you. There is no amount of you shouldn't talk to these women that way, you shouldn't let them talk to you that way. There's no amount of you policing that will keep him from cheating on you if he wants to cheat on you. Your homework, your responsibility is being with a person who is devoted to you. That is your job. It's not your job to make somebody be devoted to you. It's your job to source out the man who is devoted to you. How did you research your theories, like the 3-month rule, love your content? So the 3-month no kissing rule I got from Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. But I took it further because he's speaking of it from a man's perspective. If a man has to step over a wall this high to get to you, any man can, including the bad ones. If the wall is this high, only the strong ones can get to you. You just want the strong ones. You just want the serious ones, right? You want, like, the ones who are looking for something easy don't want to scale a wall. They'll step over, they'll step over a speed bump, but they won't scale a wall because they just don't have the time and energy to do that. They just want the quick and easy. The ones who are looking for a relationship, the hardworking ones, take pride in their accomplishments. They'll scale that wall and they'll be like, yeah, motherfucker, look what I did. Whew, right? That's the one you want. So you set a high bar to get the ones who are willing to work hard to accomplish something. Also, this is really telling. He said, if you go work at a Toyota plant, they make you wait 3 months for the benefits. Why are you worth less? So, I was like, oh, that's brilliant. But I have a sociological, I'm a social scientist at heart. I just am. I just study this stuff because it's fun. So a question that I like to ask myself is, what is the evolutionary purpose, right? So why is it that I can be in girl mode? I can just go out, I can have fun, I can kiss boys, and it doesn't mean anything. But when I'm looking for a partner and I kiss somebody, it locks me in. And not just me, every other woman I talk to. So then I'm like, okay, we are chemical beings. Every emotion is a chemical. So then I go research, what is the chemicals that are released during a kiss? What are the effects on you? And I just go look up peer-reviewed studies. So I go find studies that, I create a theory, right? So I created an attachment theory to kissing, that when you are in a certain mind frame, there's an attachment that happens when you kiss. And I base it off experience. I base it off a female experience, other women. I know we all do this. So, I take a look at patterns, I take a look at studies, and I piece theories together. What if no one thinks you're good enough to get over the higher wall? See, that needs to go in the garbage, because what you think is, if you even think no one is going to think you're good enough, you are creating that reality. I used to work in a strip club. Not every girl was pretty. Not every girl was thin and fit, but there was always somebody for everybody. I love this. Vanilla kisses, thank you. What do you do when you're engaged to someone and they cheat but want to change and stay with you? If they're a serial cheater, forget about it. Don't do it. Tips for long distance relationships. Boyfriend is in the Navy. Make sure you don't fight. Ooh, I like this. Advice on what I can do to spice things up in my relationship so I can fall for him more. Make out twice a day. Make out twice a day. When my husband is at the door on his way out, I'm like, no, I will run to the door. Run to the door. You are not allowed to leave this house without that makeout session. And I make out with him before he leaves the door. When he comes home at night, I make sure he hears me go, hey, baby, because, you know, frequency is everything, right? So he hears me, happy to see him. I go, wait my turn, because Charlie makes out with my husband first. I wait my turn. Charlie makes out with my husband, and then I make out with my husband when he comes home. So twice a day, make out with your man. Everybody's lips secretes a chemical that doesn't do anything to them, but when your lips come together with another set of lips, it creates an aphrodisiac. It's called phenylethylamine. I am mispronouncing it. I don't give a shit. I like the way I say it. But I got the spelling right. So this chemical creates an aphrodisiac, also an antidepressant. So make out twice a day. Give each of you a little chemical boost that adds a little bit of zip, leaves a lingering emotional impression, creates more closeness and intimacy. Do not treat your partner like a roommate. Do not treat your partner like a coworker. Treat them like an intimate partner. Kissing doesn't have to lead to sex. Kissing is something we do every day to show our partner, hey, we got something here that we don't have with other people. So you treat them differently than you do everybody else. I make out with my man. I don't make out with anybody else. I used to make out with some girls every now and then, but not no more. What do I do? My boyfriend keeps going back and forth between wanting me or not. Say, I need to be in a relationship with somebody who is consistent in their desire to be with me. And so let me help you. We are no longer together and I don't want to be with you anymore. You look so pretty. Thank you, Christy. Always watch your lives. I love it. Charlie is my dog. Yes. Charlie's my Westie Poo. Yes, Charlie's my baby. What if I saw messages on his phone being flirty, but I don't have proof that he did anything? No, you do. You have proof that he was flirting with another girl. You have proof that he was seeking the attention from another woman in a sexual way, right? Because flirting is that it's creating sexual tension. So you have proof that he was seeking somebody in a way that is inappropriate. And so say, hey, sorry, I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's seeking the attention of other people. So my mom does not approve of my boyfriend, and he thinks it's my job to comfort her. He is correct. It is, we are the ambassadors to our side. It's not his job to go talk to your side. It's yours. It's not your job to address his side. It's his. So here's what you do. You have a conversation with your mom and you say, I can't force you to like my boyfriend. I can't force you to understand who he is. By the way, he should be a good man. Protect, profess, and provide. Make you laugh more than anybody else. Hardworking and devoted. If you didn't say yes to all those things, your mother is correct. And I am on her side. And you should not be with him. But if he is a good man, she is not correct. So you're going to say to her, I can't make you like him. I can't make you approve of him. But I won't force him to be around you since you insist on not liking him. Which means we will spend less time with you because I will spend more time with him. If you decide to change your mind and reconsider your position, we will spend more time together. Yes, good, twice a day. Melly, I'm so happy I found your page because I need some advice. This is Advice TikTok. This is Relationship TikTok. Lindsay, I love these lives. You keep me centered. Yes, I'm here for the goodness. Is someone wanting to have space from you and not wanting you to go with them on vacation bad? I went to Florida for 3 months and left my man behind. I went to Florida for 3 months and left my man behind. I needed to take a break from this environment. It was very stressful. His ex, huge stressor. And I needed to get away. It had been too many years of her being a disruptor, and I needed to get away. So I went to Florida for 3 months and walked the beach every day for 3 months in Florida. It was great. I needed it. If the person you're with acts differently towards you around other people, and that's a negative way, I wouldn't be with them, because that's not professing, which means that's not a real man, not a good man. You must be with a good man. What book you're most proud of, and which book do you wish you had growing up? I wish I had No More Assholes growing up. I am most proud of Fix That Shit, because I used what I have in No More Assholes, or not I used what I have, but I finally found myself a good man, and I'm proud of that. I used Fix That Shit to keep a good man, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that. The techniques that I used in Fix That Shit got me out of depression, suicidal ideology, alcohol addiction, cocaine addiction, and ruining my marriage. I wish my husband was more romantic everywhere we go. We are out, I feel like a friend to him. Take his hand. Hold hands, my love. Hold hands. Hold hands. I wonder sometimes when somebody is going to be, secretly recognizing me and my husband when we are out somewhere, and watching us be us. Interesting, as some people would agree that flirting isn't that bad. I do not want my man seeking the attention of other women. It's okay to be friendly, but flirting, the funny thing is, because I have the kind of man who's so devoted that, I asked him, baby, would you ever flirt with another woman? He's like, how would I flirt? He's just not a flirt. He's not a flirtatious person. He saw me. He liked me. He came back the next day. He asked me out. He would not, he would not flirt with somebody. I can't even imagine him flirting. He's not a flirting kind of person. Not a flirting kind of person. Have you ever seen an increase in fighting problems between couples during this crazy time in the world? 100%, yes. Yes, lots of divorces, lots of breakups happening. How to ease all the little fights and frustrations? Fix that shit. You fix that shit. You meditate, you manage your emotions, you resist your impulses, you learn perspective, and then you learn how to effectively communicate what is left over, right? So meditation eliminates a bunch of those fights. Resisting your impulses eliminates a bunch of those fights. Understanding the differences between men and women eliminates a lot of those fights. What's left over needs conflict resolution tools, the right way of bringing up those conversations. You absolutely have to Fix That Shit. Absolutely. It was written for you. For you. It was written for you. Woman to woman. Been there, done that. Are us women the ones who usually have to take the step to make out, hold hands, etc. instead of them? They don't want to chase us. They don't want to, they want us to show them that we want them, right? They don't want to chase us around the kitchen, is what I'm saying. They want us to show them that we want them. So yes, take that lead. Take that lead. They love it. Men who love us love our affection. They work for our affection. So yes, take that lead, show them. Do you believe that all men fantasize about other women whether they act on it or not? Yeah, it's normal. Mother Nature designed them that way. She gave them a 24/7 fertility cycle, right? Sure, absolutely. It's normal. It's normal. It's normal. We are not monogamous by nature. They have a 24/7 sex drive. So yeah, the thought, as they get older and testosterone dies down, then probably those notions, those fantasies, those ideas, those thoughts die down. But it's really interesting when you study when women transition to men and they take testosterone. When you listen to what they say about the effects of testosterone on their sex drive and thinking, fascinating stuff. Super fascinating. Testosterone really puts sex on the brain, big time. Your boyfriend doesn't like PDAs. It sucks when your love language is physical affection and you're with somebody whose love language isn't. It really does. The best thing you will ever do for yourself is be in a relationship with somebody who is a good man and matches you on physical affection if that's your love language. Ooh, Ali B. Sounds like a good time. Ali B says, you guys need to refix that shit and meditate. Problems will be solved. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is why I don't immediately, like when you guys say, I talk about my feelings and my boyfriend gets angry, I don't immediately jump to, well, he's wrong for doing that, because there's so much that goes away when you start doing the right things. So much is mind-blowing, you guys. There's a reason why we haven't had a fight in 5 years. It's because I eliminated 90% of the problems just by focusing on myself. Self-love takes care of 90% of the problems you have in your relationship. The last 10%, I give you the communication tools to have those discussions and fix them. My boyfriend's dad passed away and now he wants to go to his mom's country with no return date. Let him go, right? Okay. It sucks. I'm going to miss you. It's going to hurt for a while, but I'll be okay because I'm going to be no more assholes and make sure I get into a relationship with somebody amazing. Bye. I hope you'll be happy. I don't want you to be unhappy. Is it cheating? Yay. Yay, Taddy. I just found your account and watched all your videos and they really help. Yay. David, should I give my wife some testosterone? Sometimes that's the fix, honestly. If she needs to go to a naturopath and find ways to increase her testosterone, yeah, she may want to do that. I do give advice on family problems, depending. My husband never asked me to kiss him, hug him, etc., but I can tell he loves it when I do. There you go. They don't want to ask for it. They want to earn it, right? That's why they work so hard. They want you to be so grateful for what they do to ensure your security, that you greet him at the door after he's worked all day and you're like, hey, baby, you're such a good husband. Thank you for being you. Mwah. Kisses and hugs, right? Kisses that last like 5 seconds minimum, just to kind of create that chemical, just get that going, right? And a nice hug. Like my husband and I, we hug. We will hold each other. When we kiss too, we hold each other, right? So like when we are kissing each other, it's the Notebook, guys, but without the tongue, right? It is the Notebook, but like we are making out, like I'm stroking, he's got the arm around me, holding me close, right? Stroking my back, I'm stroking his back. It's lovey-dovey like crazy. I stroke his cheek. And then I say, okay, baby, I'll see you later because I'm going to go bring him lunch. and go get me another kiss. Yeah. Go get you an, oh, I just bought Comeback Queen. Can't wait to read it. I love it. Love, 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 love it. Guys, I want to ask you for a favor. Can I ask you for a favor? Can I ask you for something? Can I ask for something? We called each other. How'd you keep your relationship going for 3 months without each other? We called each other. Called on the phone. Yes. Colby. Yes, of course. Soph. Barefoot crafting. Yes, thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Look at this, all these yeses. Vanilla kisses, of course. Vanilla kisses. Yes, shoot. So my love language is words of affirmation. And if you feel like I've helped you, I would love to see you say so on Google reviews or Amazon if you've read a book. If you are willing to go on Google reviews and go leave a review like right now, or Amazon and go leave a book review right now, would you say, yes, I will? Oh, someone just got fixed that shit. Yes, 100. Oh my god, yes. I just found out that was my love language. You betcha. Oh, yes, yes. I will. Golden courtesy. Oh, you guys are so good. Self-love and knowing when to move on. No more assholes. Because then you learn the difference between a selfish short-term thinker and a generous long-term thinker. I will after we come back, Queen. Yes. Oh, pin size Queen. Okay, I'm going to wait for you. After everybody fix that shit today, well, yes, honestly, I love that. Honestly, I haven't read any of your books, but since everyone mentioning fix that shit, I should. It is so good, my love. You will love it. I will once I get your book. First one on my list is fix that shit. Yes, it's so good. Okay, so those of you who are going to go to Amazon, go leave your book review, come back and say, I just did, and say Amazon. Those of you who are going to do a Google review, go to Google, type in Canada's Dating Coach Google Reviews, go do that, come back and say, I just did Google. I'm going to go take a look right away and go see your Google review. If you're going to go do that, say, on my way. Oh, baby, together. Oh no. I'm gonna take a look. Canada's Dating Coach Google Reviews. I'm gonna wait for you. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna put some music on in the meantime. OBS. Oh, that's interesting. Which books are best for what? No More Assholes if you are single and vetting, looking for your next relationship. Let me make sure the music's gonna go on here. Oh, play. Thank you. Okay. So, Comeback Queen helps you get over a breakup. I'm gonna have Fix That Shit and No More Assholes on Audible this month. They're coming out this month. Fake love need not apply. Helps you make sure you don't get into a toxic relationship, or teaches you how to get out of a toxic relationship if you are in one. No more assholes is making sure you choose the right partner when you go out dating. Vetting process, super, super important, because if you are in the wrong relationship, it doesn't matter how hard you try, it will not be good. Fix that shit. No, actually, once you get into the right relationship, you want after the first kiss, because this gets you through the insecurity phase. The insecurity phase happens because now you become emotionally invested and you don't want to lose that partner. Okay, so yes, when I will be letting everybody know when the audiobooks are released. Once you're in a relationship, you got to refix that shit, because if you didn't have the right role models, if you don't know how to relationship properly, if there's fighting in your relationship, fix that shit is going to heal that and fix that. Honeymoon phase start once you're official. There's a 3-month honeymoon phase that is chemically induced. You can have a real honeymoon phase by doing what's in fix that shit and having a 0 fight relationship. 0 fight relationships is how you have a sustained honeymoon period. Say yes to goodness. It helps you understand how to be happy. So I look at 10 areas of your life, and then I give you the right perspective. Just purchase Say Yes to Goodness. We'll be here on the 5th. I love that. Dating 101. I wrote this asking myself, if every high school had the right sex ed, what would it be? Dating 101 is what teenagers need to read so that they don't need Fix That Shit or No More Assholes down the road, because they understand things better. By the way, if you're a nerd like me, grab Dating 101. And then Custom Made answers 2 questions. What is my purpose? What am I here to do? And how can I market that so that I get paid doing something that I love? This book is also awesome if you find yourself being codependent and making your partner the cake rather than the icing on your cake. Be right back. About to go order Fix That Shit. Samantha. Oh wait. What do you do when your bestie likes your ex who you're trying to get back? Why do you want your ex back? Answer me that. You will love it. Yes, Comeback Queen available on Kobo. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, yes. Cool. It won't let me download Comeback Queen. Make sure that you were on your country's Amazon page. The button that I have in the link tree in my bio is for Amazon.com, but if you're not in the USA, make sure that you go to your country's Amazon page. If you are feeling insecure because of your past experiences, I have a No More Insecurity class coming up. There is a sign-up sheet for it. Go to my bio, click on the link tree, click on the button that says No More Insecurity Sign Up, and click on that. Charlie! Is Charlie here? You're welcome. Charlie left a Google review. To Google review. My boyfriend shares some more personal info to his friends, but then apologized. Like just talked about, classes cost money. Yes, they are affordable. Yeah. We are allowed to talk to our friends about our issues and problems, whatever they may be, because friends help us understand things. Help us move past things and through things. So it's okay that your boyfriend talked to his friends. Might be embarrassing, but it is okay. I would, if if you said your boyfriend was angry that you talked to your girlfriends about the problems you were having in your relationship, I would say tough, tough. But you don't want to talk to family, because family doesn't forgive as quickly as friends do. The traits that a good man should have. So protect, profess, and provide. Make you laugh more than anybody else. Be loyal and devoted. And be a hardworking person. I just ordered custom made. Say yes to goodness and fix that shit. Oh my god, Golden Courtney. Amazing. Samantha. So awesome. I love it. Oh, you guys are so awesome. This is so exciting, you guys. This is so exciting. Like, you should see my vision board. It is just all about us creating change together, and I love this. I love that we are doing this together. There's so much goodness. I don't know if she's still here, but there was someone earlier who said that her significant other noticed a change and said, what have you been reading that's created this change? And then she told him that she's been reading my books, and he said, tell her I said thank you. So it's a ripple effect, right? It's such a beautiful ripple effect. We've been together 5 years. I'm thinking about engagement. Just ordered dating one. I want to say yes to goodness. I love it, Nicole. Amazing. Can I purchase your ebook through Kobo, or do I have to purchase it through Amazon? If it's not working through Kobo, I would try Amazon. Just make sure that you're on the right country page for ordering your book. I just ordered Fix That Shit. I hope it helps my relationship. If you are with a generous long-term thinker, you're with a good man, and he loves you, and you do what's in that book, and you're consistent, it will work 100%. Do you recommend the books on paperback? If you like some people, they send me pictures just highlighted notes in the margin. If you're the kind of person who highlights and writes notes, then you'll want the paperback. But if you're not, if you're gonna take notes and you write them on paper, then you can just as easily just save the money and just get the ebook version. I'm excited to read Fix That Shit while he's on vacation, because I feel like it would help so much. Yes. I thought I was gonna get Fix That Shit, but I just left a toxic 10-year relationship. What do you think? I would get Fake Love Need Not Apply and No More Assholes. If you're heartbroken, I would add Comeback Queen to that. This is the book that helps you heal after a breakup. This is the book that helps you recognize and avoid toxic people. This is the book that helps you vet for the right partner when you are dating. Hello. Can there be too much conflict in a relationship? 100%. Absolutely, there can be. So I just ordered Fix That Shit 3 days ago. I love it. Thank you, Ms. Lopez. So we both have busy schedules. It's hard to find time. I fear this will hurt the relationship. It doesn't need to, right? Like my husband and I, we make the minutes count. Oh shit, speaking of husband. So excited to read Fix That Shit, yes. Do you recommend online books or paper books? Yeah, it just depends. Depends on you, depends on your preference. Depends on you. Hello. Long distance relationships, I do not have a book specific to that, but Fix That Shit helps you have a healthy relationship and a fight for your relationship. And it's important to have a fight for your relationship when you are long distance, because you can't make up properly, because you can't hug. So do be careful. You guys are so cute. just wanna cry. Hi, Charlie.
Oh, hello.
Hello, baby.
Hi, babe.
Is it time to feed you?
Think about it.
Yeah? What do you want for supper?
Good question.
Pardon?
Good question.
Do you want that fish, you know, what I've been feeding you lately?
Right?
Or
More.
what? My baby wants, my baby gets?
No. Don't think it's bedtime, but I think it's maybe getting a little shitty out there.
Oh, is that right? Is it still snowing?
No, it's been on and off.
Okay.
Let me go out and look. Not so much of it is in the, not like even the concrete design stuff. So, maybe it's alright.
Yeah.
I don't know, do you feel like bedtime?
I can do Benton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? My baby wants some Benton.
I think I do, yeah.
Okay, baby.
Okay.
501-601? Or do you
Yeah,
want a
yeah.
dish? Or do you want that dish?
No, I think I want just rolls.
Okay, baby.
Alright, my sweet.
I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
That's my man. Yes, thank you. I saw that. Yeah. So protect, profess, and provide makes you laugh more than anybody else. Hardworking and devoted. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Colby. That's right. Ah, yeah, that's my man. That's my man. So my boyfriend makes good money and I don't. Do I have to help him pay for rent? Is he asking you to? Yes, I love him. Bent on the best, it so is. So yeah, so what is he asking you? Like, if he's not asking, a good man says, I'm making more than you, I got this covered, right? But what he wants from you is for you to look at him and say, I see what you need, I got this covered. So what does he need? Well, it's nice for him to come home to a clean house because it relaxes the brain. A clean environment relaxes the brain. So focus on relaxing his brain because, no, technically no, but I do consider myself a teacher. So he's paying the bills. He pays more of the bills because he makes more of the money. That relaxes your brain because you don't have to worry about making more money to pay more of the bills. So you do that favor back for him. What can I do to relax his brain? I'm gonna focus into cleaning the house before he comes home. By the way, that's 15 minutes before he comes home. He's not gonna notice dust bunnies. But if you just clear his trajectory in the home, if you just, like, I call it the line of sight, right? Like, guys, look at this. My office, my environment, mine looks like a tornado ripped through it because fuck man, I got the Einstein desk here, right? Like my environment is the Einstein desk. Everything looks like a mess, but I know where everything is. But my husband's line of sight, I clear for him to relax his brain. I do his laundry, I fold his clothes, I put it in his dresser, I make all his meals, I do all the grocery shoppings because that is something that relaxes his brain. He doesn't have to think about that. So if your man makes more money than you and he pays the bills, that relaxes your brain. So focus on relaxing his brain. Also give him 2 kisses, like 2 long kisses, minimum 5 seconds, in the morning before he leaves, at night when he comes home. If you're fighting all the time, is Fix That Shit a good book to get? It is the book to get. My husband and I fought for 10 years, steady, nonstop for 10 years. We have not had a single fight in 5 years. Did you just hear how we talk to each other? This is how we talk to each other. If you are fighting, fix that shit. That's what I did. My husband has not read Fix That Shit, by the way. I fixed our shit. By fixing my shit, I settled, I created relaxation within myself, and thus I created relaxation within the relationship, and I relaxed my husband's brain. Fix that shit. You want to fix that shit. Oh, your relationship reminds me of mine. I love that, Nicole. Good. You're welcome, Mary. What does he do? He bends metal. He wears a blue onesie all day. He works in a shop. Just ordered Come Back Queen. Good. So what if I know I'm the one who fights a lot, but just because I'm annoyed of him, kid's father? You need to start meditating. You need to do what is in Fix That Shit, because what I teach you, my love, is how to relax your emotions. The reason why you're fighting so much is because you're vomiting stress, fear, and anxiety. There's too much because your amygdala is too big. I'm gonna I make it easy, guys. Listen, those of you who've read my books, those of you who follow my advice, those of you who are on my YouTube channel doing my meditations, do I make it easy? Yes or no? Say this in my comments. If what I teach you is hard, do you think what I teach you is hard, or do you think what I teach you is easy? Has implementing what I teach you been hard, or has it been easy? If he pays 100% of the bills, you do 100% of the household chores. Being too dependent is unhealthy. Yes, relaxing and a peaceful mind is a great way to live life. Yes. Super easy, so simple, so effective, right? He makes us split the bills 50-50, but he makes way more. So he has to do 50% of the household chores. Has to do 50% of the household chores. And if he doesn't, you renegotiate. So you list all the bills and all the household chores, and you say, I'm doing this and you're paying this, but I'm doing most of the household chores, and you're only paying 50% of the bills. So I'm doing 70% of the household chores, which means you need to pay 70% of the household bills. And if that's not how you want to do it, I need to get out of here because I'm being taken advantage of. If you have time to read the book and do the work, it's so easy. My motto is I make it easy. That's my motto. Almost like I don't want to see how easy it is. The misconception, the disinformation is that love is hard. It is a misconception and disinformation. I am blowing that shit out of the water. Blowing it out of the water. I want to answer my questions, but I can't because I need to order supper for my mans. I need to order supper, and then I'm gonna have to go, guys, because I'm gonna have to go pick up the food. Gotta pick up that book, Fix That Shit. Yes, you do. How do I set a timeline with my boyfriend for moving out? We've been together for 7 years. We're 24. I want you to think about your life plan, your timeline, and then go propose it. Say, hey, I've been doing some thinking, and I realize that this is what I want. Are you in with me? And if he says no, then you say, okay, unfortunately I need to be in a relationship with somebody who's on the same path as I am. Guy I've been dating has been distant after telling me personal things. What should I do? Just give him time. Be patient. Give him time. Create emotional stability. You stay even keeled, right? He's going to dip and come back up. And if you welcome him back as though nothing has happened, that is emotional safety. I can have my emotions, but it doesn't have a negative effect on our relationship. Maybe you just like having your own space, my love. Some people are like that. Every goal requires work. Every goal. So do you have a goal of having a healthy relationship? If you do, then you make your behaviors match your intent. I want to have a healthy relationship. That means I need to practice self-love. I need to meditate. I need to be fair in my relationship. And that's the work. That's what the work is. I love, love, love your lives. Yay! Thank you, my love. Sorry, guys. I'm ordering supper. Ordering supper. And then I'm gonna have to go. Love your meditation music. Yes. We both love each other. Anger problems. Almost 2 years. You start meditating. If you calm yourself, you will infect him with calm. And listen, if you calm yourself, and you've been calming yourself for 6 months, and he does not pick up on your vibration and become calm, then you will outgrow him, and you will legitimately, outgrow the relationship. What do I want? I always want this. I don't even know why I look at anything else. I always get the same thing anyway. There we go. Hello, Mercury had a good question. Relationship anxiety. If you have relationship anxiety, insecurity, overthinking, jealousy, do sign up for my No More Insecurity course. You will find the sign up. You'll find the sign up in the link tree in my bio. There's a button that says No More Insecurity Sign Up. Add your name to that, and I will let you know when I do this course again. Check out. He says he loves you but can't be committed 100%. Be gone, my love. Be gone. Do not stay there. You were giving somebody free sex and not getting what you want in return, and you're playing the hoping game. I hope all the time attention, prettiness, availability, sexuality is going to change his mind, and he is going to give me the relationship that I want, and that's not fair to you. Guys, I need to go because I have to go pick up our food now. I love you. Oh, I have to put gas in the car too. I love you. I'll be back. You know I will. Lulu. Click the follow button right now. Click the follow button before I pop off. And then I'm gonna go run off and go pick up our supper. Okay. Thank you for your time. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I love you guys. Okay, goodbye.